Hi, this is Will Jordan. Today we're going to ask, why should I pay my deductible? And what does it mean?
So the answer is you should pay your deductible because that is actually what you set when you purchase the policy. Mm-hmm. So when you purchase the policy from your agent, a question was asked about your deductible and your premiums and what you felt comfortable paying in the event of emergency. And in this instance, a hailstorm or a wind event where you're having to have your roof replaced. What amount are you comfortable with coming out of pocket in order to get your new roof put back on?
So let me ask a question to you, Justin. What I'm hearing is it's kind of like a safety net. Like you're saying, I'm willing to pay, let's say $1,000 if something were to go wrong with my property. Like that's the maximum I'm wanting to pay.
Correct.
And so the policy is sort of written around, hey, what can you come out of pocket? What's easy for you?
Correct, and that affects your premium. So obviously, the higher your deductible, the less your premium is going to be.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And so, what would be the important? So when we get our insurance estimate back and everything, and we're in conversations with a contractor, and we're looking to go ahead and move forward with the work, why would we pick a contractor that requires you to pay the deductible versus someone who doesn't really care?
Well, morally, it's the right thing to do. Ethically, it is the correct thing to do. Mm-hmm. So that deductible is there for a reason. And really, you can't beat that deductible legally. Mm-hmm. What I mean by beat that deductible is there's really no way to escape it. So insurance is going to send you a check up front, which is going to be what we talked about in another video, which is your RCV or your ACV.
Yep, ACV.
So they're going to send you your ACV up front minus your deductible.
Yep.
And you have to then find a contractor that's going to get that work done
Yep.
for that exact price. So if you have a contractor out there that's telling you, hey, I can eat your deductibles, what a lot of contractors like to say, there's only one way to truly eat a deductible, and that's lying on the COC, the certificate of completion that you have to submit to the insurance company saying, we did this work for this amount, which has that deductible built into it. So you don't want to get into that situation because it's an extreme gray area. Now, there are contractors out there that will use different tactics, such as advertising a yard sign in your yard. So they'll actually write you a check back for, let's just say, $500, $1,000, or $2,500. You really need to ask yourself if you want to do business with a contractor like this. Because if they're willing to do that, what else are they willing to do? And also, that $500 or $1,000 that's supposed to be going into your roof, where's it going? What are they not putting on your home? So the answer is, yeah, you should pay your deductible, and that's really why.
Well, yeah, and I think maybe some of the positive motivation that I've seen for paying a deductible is sort of reframe it. So let's say this wasn't your house that was getting claimed. Let's say it was your car that got wrecked, right. And you take it to an auto body shop, and that auto body shop is willing to eat your deductible, so to speak, and all of a sudden you're getting parts on your vehicle that aren't manufacturer spec parts.
Sure.
Maybe they're aftermarket or what have you. It's kind of the same scenario, right? So like you have somebody who's willing to maybe cut a little corner here and there, shave a little bit of money off,
or they just need the business,
and
they're willing to commit insurance.
Yeah, exactly. And so instead of going down the rabbit hole of trying to do things other than by the book, picking a contractor, I think a lot of times a lot of it has to do with are they full of integrity, or are they going to do the right thing? If they're willing to cut corners up front with if you're requiring a deductible or not, what else are they doing?
Yeah,
that kind of begs the question.
How long are they going to be around doing this as well? That's another good question. Yeah. And the body shop example is actually a good one when you wreck your car. So when you wreck your car, and I've done it, unfortunately, you have to pay that deductible up front to the body shop. There's no way to escape it. There's all kind of legislation that was put into place to make that happen. Unfortunately, in the contractor industry and doing insurance restoration, it doesn't quite exist yet. Yeah. But I do believe we are on a path to see that in the future. So I do believe in the future you will be paying your deductible up front. And also something to keep in mind is Texas actually just passed a law where the deductible must be paid and proof has to be provided. So it is going to come to North Carolina and Virginia and some of the other states that we do business in. So we like to actually practice business in more of a ethic high ground, if you will, and do the right thing whenever we can. So
Yeah, and a lot of homeowners and property owners, they look at the opportunity to be able to pocket a little bit of money out of that. And honestly, I don't blame them. When you look at a claim that is very large and you get a large sum of money up front, and
it's attractive.
A human being, we're all human beings. We all maybe have life circumstances that, maybe, hey, I could use a little extra cash for whatever. And so that's always the temptation, but especially with the deductible piece, the reminder is, hey, you set this deductible up front. You were the one, if this ever happens, you were the one who chose this path, so to speak. Yeah. So, and that's what I always remind people of is like, hey, I just came into the picture and I'm adding value, right? We're coming in and saying, hey, listen, we're gonna handle the insurance piece. We're gonna make sure that you are comfortable with the process. The part that you said ahead of time that I had no involvement in was the deductible piece, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's where we can help. We can certainly do things to mitigate against paying that full amount. However, it's a dangerous game to play because then you start playing around with scope of work. We're trying to get you as the insured, as the policyholder, covered for the most amount possible, right? We're trying to go for shoot for the stars, so to speak.
Right. Yeah.
So
if there's ice and water shielding your valleys and that wasn't on the estimate, we want to get that for you. We want to fight for you and get that claim maximized and get you the roof or interior, whatever it was that was damaged during the storm back to pre-storm condition or better.
Yep.
And you can't do that as a company when you're eating deductibles, especially if you're doing 300, 400, 500 roofs a year. It adds up to be a lot of money, and it's just an extreme gray area. So.
Yep.
I say stay out of that area. Don't do that. Pay your deductible and do the right thing. And read our article, which goes into even more detail about it. So we're always here to help. If you need us, give us a shout, 855-ROOFER-0, or find us on the web at readyroofing.com. See you on the roof.
See you.